K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa.
And wow, you know, we say this every week, but really, there's so much goodness
So
in,
much good
in
stuff.
K-drama, in the K-drama land. Like, it's ridiculous. Like,
Can't keep up.
you can't. You cannot. I literally just had to give up on Your House Helper this week, and I apologize because I really wanted to watch it, but I just couldn't get to it. There were just so many things to watch.
Same.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And it called to me, so know that you're still on my list. So anyway, but yeah, we're just going to get going. We're going to start because I know that you want to know what we're watching and hear what our thoughts are, and I know that you cannot wait to hear what we thought about how time wrapped up, because who doesn't?
Me, that's who.
So anyway, let's waste no more time and get started. Marisa, what did you watch this week?
I did not watch Mr. Sunshine, although it's still on my love list, because I'm going to hold out hope that we're going to get through all 24 episodes and they're all going to be amazing and fantastic and epic and, you know, bombastic and audacious.
Ooh,
wow. I watched
a lot of big words.
Those are some big words.
I love all of those adjectives.
Come and hug me. I'm behind on, but Jen keeps telling me that it's so juicy.
Oh my God, so good. Oh my God, so I'll talk about it when it gets to me. Okay.
So Secretary Kim, we're now up to episode 12. So I started episode 12 and I was like, oh, Tropeville. But you know, still enjoying it, whatever. But then when we got to the second half of it. Did you guys finish that episode?
Did, yeah.
Did,
okay,
yes.
So then I realized, oh, if you're lighthearted and fun and happy, then the lows and the angst, you know, can really punch you harder. So I did enjoy it.
Did you?
I did.
Okay. All right.
I did. It's like candy. Can't stop eating it. You know, can't.
I will give you that. It's not horribly satisfying, but I can't stop. I can't stop ingesting it.
I love the sugar buzz.
Yes.
Put it that way. I don't need any more from it, and I love it for what it is.
Okay.
So that's my love list. Like I do like Money Flower. Oh. It's the long con from Jeong-yeon. It's good.
How old is this one?
Last year?
Oh, okay.
If even. Beginning of this year, maybe.
A lot of people talk about it, but I didn't know anything. Yeah.
Yes, it's so many of our Instagram friends really recommended it, and I finally started it, and it's very juicy. But I gotta say, there's so much story, and I think I'm on episode 8, and this goes to 20.
Oh,
or something.
really?
20.
If not more. It might,
wow.
Really?
So.
Does it feel like it can sustain so
I don't
far?
know. Okay. I don't know. But it was recommended by so many that I got to think that it does, and he's fantastic. So yes. So that's my like list. My question mark is I started 1% of something on your recommendation.
Of anything.
1% of anything on your recommendation.
Yeah,
and again, light but good filler.
Yes.
Enjoying it. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I may get through all 16 episodes and still have a question mark, and yet I will have watched them.
Yes. Huh. I found it for me, it was a quick, easy watch, because I think the episode's only like 35 minutes, and it's not because of the half-hour system. It's just
they're just
simply
shorter.
They're just shorter episodes.
Not a lot of story.
Not a lot of story, but I like that they stuck to one story and only one story. Like, it wasn't a lot of side characters and side plot, and side was like, this is the story, go. And so I kind of enjoyed the simplicity of it.
Yeah, it's nothing new. But man, he can fill out a suit.
Oh, right? Yeah. It's Eun-sook. Eun-sook is
who is in
your house helper.
Your house helper.
Yeah. Oh, right. Who we were talking about last time. That's right. Thank you.
Enjoy him quite a bit.
And the one I'm looking forward to is a K-film called Your Wedding with Park Bo-young.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't she adorable?
Yes.
And also with Kim Young-kwang, who I like him a lot. He was in Lookout.
Where do you know him from? Okay.
Lookout. He's one of those model/actors.
Jeez.
Yes.
Aren't they all?
Really?
With his tallness and his broadness, and so the height difference between the two of them is ridiculous. But this sounds very, from the one-sentence synopsis that's been released, it sounds identical to Isam's new series, where it's a 12-year love story from when they were well, I guess that's almost everyone. That's Come and Hug Me. What? So.
This is ground we've traveled before. Though what I thought was interesting in the synopsis that I read is that he gets her wedding invitation.
Oh, that's why it's called Your Wedding?
Your wedding day. It's called Your Wedding Day. And so I'm like...
So they're not... At the outset, they're not
they're friends.
Each other.
Yeah. No, it's her wedding invitation. At least that's the way the synopsis read
But it's a film, so hopefully.
Maybe no dark turns in the middle of it.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
Todd, you're not welcome in this film. Just
Todd,
saying.
stay away.
Speaking of Todd.
Oh, no,
Oh
really?
my God.
What? Wait, what? Oh,
Todd was
no.
Todd was prolific this week.
Let me guess. About time?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Come on. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, I have plenty.
Which makes it so fun.
All right, I'll wait till we get to Jen.
Okay.
All right, till we get to Jen.
Jen will do the wrap up on About
So Karen.
Well, it's interesting about the question mark. I love what you said, Marisa, about I may end up watching all 16 episodes and still have a question mark. I'm starting to feel that way about Undateables, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So Undateables went from unwatchable.
No, it went from I'm not even going to start
Right.
to I like it.
Yeah, and
now
now
I'm
back
like,
down to question mark. This has been quite the roller coaster for this drama.
It's a easy breeze. It's a child's roller coaster.
That's right.
I'm not suffering great
It's a kiddie coaster.
It's a kiddie coaster. I'm not suffering great angst. Just a little bit of like, or really,
Now,
or
I have read on Twitter, and you might have mentioned this as well, is that Nam Min's character is basically insufferable. Like he's just horrible,
really?
and that's why people aren't enjoying it. Is that true?
He definitely has that arrogance about him, but what I liked in the beginning was he had a duality. You saw where it came, you saw his childhood hurt.
Of course.
And you saw a lot of his, when he was alone with her and they were out in the country, like all of his, he was acting like a 9-year-old,
Right.
which was fascinating because he's like 6'10" or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not that tall. But
That's really
he's a tall
tall.
drink of water. He's not that tall. But he's
not
very,
that tall.
Very
He's
tall.
5'10".
I would say like
See
maybe.
him throwing a tantrum on the ground like a little
What?
kid. Yeah, well, because of his unresolved childhood pain. So at first I
It
thought
hurts.
I
This
thought,
hurts to hear this.
This is painful. This is
But I
almost
thought it
painful
was-
just getting the recap on
I
it.
thought it was even, but I thought it was great because of the duality. Because then he would return to his place of work and he'd be like completely in control and very, like suave, and you could see how ladies would fall for him, but you could understand why he would never get emotionally attached. And now he's at the point where it's just kind of like I thought it was going to take like a Dangerous Liaisons turn in a rom-com fashion because he makes a bet with his brother that he can seduce her and dump her. And the brother says, no, you're not going to dump her. You're going to, because I think you're in love with her. And he's like, no, I can do it.
I can do it.
And like 30 minutes later, he's like, no, I'm not going to dump her because I really like her. And I'm like,
What?
So would we just introduce that to just
30 minutes later? That's just stupid.
I think
Yeah,
someone
it felt like
needs-
30 minutes. Maybe it was a whole
Right.
couple episodes. I don't know.
I think he needs help choosing his projects.
Didn't we talked about this before, didn't we? Going into
I
this
think
one,
I actually read somewhere that when he originally started, that he was a little too choosy and got a little bit of a bad, correct me if I'm wrong, but got a little bit of a bad reputation.
So maybe he wasn't getting
And
as many
so
offers.
he
or
wasn't getting as
something?
many offers, and now he's pretty much, won't take anything, but is not, it recognizes the gift that is given to him when he is offered a job. And so I'm wondering if maybe that's now backfiring on him a little bit.
I will say it is difficult for me to take my eyes off of him.
Well, sure.
Because he does perform so well. It's just this character seems to be all over the map. So that's why Undateables is now a question mark for me. So, and like Jen, I didn't get to your house helper, but I'm still looking forward to that to see where it goes. Like list, I did watch through episode 2 of Mr. Sunshine. Kind of working my way up with my list this time. Still at like, waiting again. I guess kind of like you, Marisa, to see how it unfolds. And I'm like really hoping. I'm so excited to see what they can do. And we talked about this last time with
scaring Jen.
setting this story in this historical period.
I guess.
So Jen will have some thoughts about that too, I suspect.
I always have thoughts.
why
I'm
we're
a Virgo,
here.
and if you give me a thread, I will pull it.
Oh,
I cannot leave them alone. I cannot.
Looking forward to some thread
I
pulling
know.
coming up shortly. All right, well, I'll quickly finish. So up to the love. So what's wrong with Secretary Kim? Similar to Marisa, it's like can't take my eyes off of it. I'm not quite sure why. Probably because of the lead couple.
Oh, I can give you reasons.
Well, okay, the suits.
Right?
Not just for
Please.
our lead, but for his best bestie.
Oh, that green
yeah.
suit he had on this week. I was like, yes.
Every time he comes out and
yeah.
Is that when he was sitting in the back of the
Yes.
Maserati?
when
Yes.
he's the backseat and he gets the call from his
Oh,
ex-wife, and he's
I
all,
can't wait for those two kids to get back
me too.
together.
I'm
It's
gonna be
picking
so
up more
cute.
of an interest in that storyline.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
glad they're giving him some attention.
He's fantastic.
He's
Give it
so
to him. He can
fantastic.
handle
He's
it.
so fantastic.
Absolutely.
But it was so interesting for me. So the one thing that had me kind of going, huh, in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim was the same thing that had me going, huh, in WOK of Love. So I don't know if it's because WOK of Love shortened their seasons, shortened the series, but there
By
were,
one episode.
It was one episode.
Well,
Oh wait, is it over? Is it done?
no, it's not over. It will be done. It will be done this coming week.
Don't
but
tease
it's
us, Karen.
Still?
No, I promise. I promise. If you want to line up
Forever.
your binge, now's the time,
Okay.
ladies. But it just, I couldn't tell if it was because they were trying to truncate some story elements and get it all in there. But his character is making, Junho's character was making some very strange choices. It seemed to be, and I saw similarities in the most recent episode of Secretary Kim, which was the lead man in love with this lady.
My air
It's
conditioner.
really hot.
It's 90 degrees in Southern California. We have AC
We
everywhere.
gotta cool ourselves off talking about all these hot dramas. Who has seemingly a conflict between protecting the woman he loves from whatever emotional suffering she's going through, and
Emotional suffering.
the conflict with the sexual attraction he feels toward the woman he loves. So that was playing out in a very strange way in WOK of Love to me. And they
in
left
WOK of
it, and they
Love.
kind of in WOK of Love. But also I noticed it in Secretary
But
Kim. Go ahead. Do you have a thought about that as well?
Secretary Kim, she doesn't sleep with the blustering alpha male who's going to protect her. She sleeps with the vulnerable version of him, the one who has human real feelings. So I was on board with that.
Okay.
If they actually slept
all right.
together, because does that happen?
Right.
Well, and again, it was similar between the two shows where they leave it off as he's leaning over her, and there's a very charged moment in the end of episode. It's like, so I'm very curious to see where both, because WOK of Love is getting ready to wrap up, but Secretary Kim has a couple more episodes, a few more.
We have 4?
Well,
Yeah.
2 more weeks?
no,
Secretary
I think
Kim?
Secretary Kim's only to episode 12, so we
12.
have 4 more episodes, 4 more
Oh.
hours. So. Oh, well, but
2
yes,
weeks.
So 2
yes,
weeks, okay,
2
cool.
weeks, right. All this K-drama math with this
So
half-hour
much.
formats and double episodes. Anyway, those are my lists.
Nice. All right.
Jen, on to you.
Okay, so here's the thread puller. The thread puller has arrived.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so my love lives one and only again. Come and hug me. Oh my God! First and foremost, Drama Milk and Wine and K-Drama addict. Wow, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Y and K-Drama. Thank you for being there for me, because holy cow, I've been screaming for 2 days. That episode last night, I was beside myself. Like, my poor neighbors were like, what is happening? So I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Seriously? The show is ridiculous. It's so good.
I can't wait.
I am just gonna say this: if they would have killed our mother, I would have like gone to Korea
do you need to-
myself.
do you need to do
It
a-
was so yeah.
La,
No,
la, 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 la.
no, I'm not lying. to
We
you.
are not spoiler free here.
I am gonna say this first. I'm saying this now. The best mother in K-dramas I have ever seen, ever,
Yes,
in
you
the
agree?
history
Yes,
of ever.
yes.
Wow, that is saying
Because
something.
she's not a
She's-
stereotype.
no.
She's a real character with
She's-
different emotions, and she has some people to fight for
Oh,
once,
she
instead of
does.
the other fighting them.
And she's such a good actor. And
Yes.
oh God, she has these moments with these boys that are like, why do you love us? We're not even your kids. And what did I do? Oh, I moved my mic, sorry. I get so excited, I just start flailing. And Marco's always like, God, stop. But she's with these boys that are not actually her biological children, but she loves them like they're her biological children. And they just can't quite wrap their brains around it in such a beautiful moments. And oh,
Sounds great.
so amazing. So come and hug me. It's really my whole purpose of being. And it's only got 1 more week left for K-drama.
Oh,
So I may be rolling into a slump. I'm just saying. Just heads up, Jen might be rolling into a slump. So there'll be a lot of thread pulling, because when there's nothing for Jen to watch, thread pulling. I'm like, oh, look at that
You have
thread. Oh,
to
look at
put
that
some
one.
light and fluffy on your
Exactly.
filler list there. Yeah.
So with that being said, my like list, What's Wrong with Secretary Kim is still on my like list. It's not a love list. And this is why. For me, personally, it is. It is sweet and delicious, but it's not filling. It's not giving me that, oh, that was super satisfying. And here's why. I really feel like the tone of the show is just all over the board. In one scene, it is like this wacky hijinks drama, not drama, but comedy of him being this arrogant, you know, chaebol character that is like, my brain is so big that I like, you know, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's funny. And then all of a sudden we take a hard pivot into the worst parenting I've ever seen in the history of anything. Of, you know.
But
so
we're sorry.
We're sorry. We're brothers and you switched your memories.
Your trauma.
And so, yeah, oh my God, you actually didn't lose your memory all that time? We're terrible. It made no sense.
Maybe we should have gotten you some therapy both of you when you were young children. Maybe.
Oh, that does not happen though in Asian families. There's no therapy.
No, and so
I figured that was.
I figured that was it, but I would rather have seen them. Anyway, thread pulling. I will not pull that.
Yeah.
And so I just, and then we pivot hard to like the relationship aspect of it, and while I'm enjoying it, and this leads me to my about time rants as well. So, and this is what it is. This is what it is. She said she didn't want to come over to his house.
Uh-huh.
And instead of taking her answer as the answer, he shows up at her door and pushes his way into her apartment.
In About Time?
No, this is in
Secretary Kim. Yes. Yeah.
It's a consent issue for me. And that is why I did not, even though I thought it was cute and their banter was fun and there were a lot of cute moments, I was like, she didn't really want you in her apartment. Like, read the room. Like, she might have kind of wanted you there, but she was clearly visibly uncomfortable having you there.
Very uncomfortable.
Whether it's because of reasons, or whether it's because she was embarrassed, or whether because she's never, you know, blah, 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 and those kind of things. So that was,
because I'm a single woman, I shouldn't have a man in my house.
For me, it kind of took away some of the joy for that scene for me. But I will give this shout out. For a man who's never had sex or touched another woman, he has got some game with that shirt unbuttoning.
with the whole pool and
young ladies, if you happen to be watching this right now because you want to hear about Park Seo-joon and why we think he's so dreamy, let me assure you, your first time will not look anything like that. Ever. It'll be a lot of fumbling. There will be a guy who doesn't know how to work buttons that small.
Forget the bra.
With one hand.
With one hand, no less. Like, that is some skill.
And like the perfect lean onto the couch.
The slow untying of the bow. No, it's like a frenzy of activity of like flailing, and like it's embarrassing. It's just a chaotic mess the first time. It looks nothing like that.
But I do appreciate that he is, you know, checking.
Was yours that good?
I'm not doing it.
I don't know.
I just picked
going
the wrong
there.
guys. But yes, I was like, damn, for a man who's never touched a woman before, that's some game on that blouse.
And you couldn't kiss her like 5 episodes ago,
right?
or however many episodes that was.
Okay. So
I do appreciate, I will say though, if I can chime in.
Of course.
I appreciate that he seems to be, he's not just like going in and completely disregarding her. He keeps, you know, checking in and making eye contact, kind of like, is this okay, or what do we, you know?
Absolutely.
They're figuring it out together.
Absolutely. Like I said, that's why I'm so disjointed. Like, there's moments where I'm like, ugh, and then other ones I'm like, oh yay. And so for me, I'm a thread puller, Marisa, you know that.
I know.
I nitpick the shit out of this stuff.
What are you looking forward to?
What I'm looking forward to, Terrius behind me.
I forgot to mention that too, but that's mine as well.
They did the table read on that.
Nice.
And just my final the big wrap up on About Time.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Wow.
Use your words, ladies. What does that mean?
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
With the double truck of doom.
Double truck of doom.
And then
wait,
the
at the same
hospital.
time or different scenes? Or wait.
Oh, no. They got hit by the same truck.
At the same time? Or
Yes.
Yeah, at the same time.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
I've never seen that before. It's a trope done in a new way.
It was fate compiled upon fate upon fate. It's like, you couldn't just have one moment of fate. You had to have 6 moments of fate.
Yeah.
And a truck of doom.
And a truck of doom.
Yes.
And it was just,
so good.
And I don't know if it was because of the recast that it just threw everything into turmoil and the story no longer made sense and they just couldn't reroute it correctly.
I know.
Maybe they didn't
like,
have
were they
time, or-
rewriting when they recast him? Because it just made no. I mean, it really made no sense. But then it just completely fell apart. I don't know what was happening.
The wheels fell off the cart.
Yes.
But not the truck of doom.
Not the truck of doom. Truck of doom. Not only did the wheels stay on and hit 2 people in a crosswalk. 2 people who had been in the crosswalk for over 5 minutes.
Those are some long signals.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy didn't even look. Like, it was the most absurd truck of doom I've ever seen. But here's my biggest problem with About Time. And we all know my love for Lee Sung-yoon. here's my biggest complaint about there was no one listened to anybody in this show. The consent was off the table.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if you were male, female, whatever. Even if you said to him, I'm not interested in you, it didn't matter. Even if they said, leave me alone, it didn't matter. We had stalking in like 6 different storylines, and then the stalking always led to like relationships, and we had
even the two boys in the apartment, there was no consent.
There was no consent.
And it's just like
it was a hot mess of non-consent.
Yes.
And so at no point could you get on board with any of it, because at every turn you were like, oh my God, they just said no. Like, it's not a, you said no, but I know you mean yes. Like, no, they said no like 14 times. And so for me, that was my biggest problem with About Time. I mean, the story was bad. The acting was good with what they were given, but the story was
sounds like they just weren't given anything.
They were given nothing. Yeah. Anyway, rant over. Thread pulled. Yes. Sweater.
So the show.
in a vial.
So we've concluded the show.
Oh yeah, it's done. It's over.
Show's done.
It is
Goodbye.
Gone. It is gone.
Done.
I would not be picking that one
No.
up.
I'm just gonna.
Do
I'm
not
just gonna,
waste your
I'm gonna
time.
huddle closer to
thank
my
you, ladies.
television on Mondays with Master in the house.
Yes, and let's
that'll be
pray that Lee Sung-yoon picks an A+ project next
Yes,
time.
please.
Maybe
Anyway.
you can pick one with Namgoon Min.
Oh.
The
Yes,
two of you
that
together,
would be so
picking
fun.
an excellent project. What
So
a great
fun.
idea.
That'd be a great idea.
Great idea.
All right, so there it is, you guys. I think that's it. Do we have any other final thoughts on what we watched?
No,
this
we're
week?
done.
We
Put
are
it to
done.
bed.
It's,
Goodbye.
this week was there was a lot
About
going
Time.
on this week. About Time is done.
Done.
Yeah, that one's done.
So
Yeah,
yes.
so there it is. I think that's kind of our watch. There it is. That is our watch list. Anyway, all right. So we need you to share with us what you watched. How much did you hate About Time? Did you love it? Did you like it? Like, what's happening there?
Find redeeming qualities about it?
Any,
Curious.
I mean, other than Lee Sung-yoon? Anyway, I'm so easy. So yeah, and then Mr. Sunshine, I mean, we got that to look forward to for next week. And then it always falls on a Saturday, so it's tough to talk about it until later. Anyway, all right, you guys, so we're the K3. This is our weekly watch list. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa. Be sure to find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yes.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Please help us keep the K-drama copy klatch going.
Which maybe you can do in real life.
Oh,
What? What?
bonus
I'm
special
sorry.
announcement.
Yes, Marisa?
We thought we were done, but no.
No. There will be more information to come, but are you coming to KCON in Los Angeles?
KCON
Let us
LA.
know. Let us know.
We are thinking about doing a live version of K-drama Copy Clutch. So yeah, let us know where you're going to be and if you're going to be out here, and then we'll start planning accordingly.
Yes.
Okay?
Would love to see you, and thank you, as always, for watching.